There we go.
Hey, hey.
I kept missing the button. Like, come on.
Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night. I'm Carrie, and that's Jarrod.
What's up, guys? Sorry about that we're late.
Are we late? Oh, we've been later than this.
Yeah, but still.
It's only 8 after.
Yeah, still. Oh.
I don't think you need to apologize until you're like 12 minutes late.
Well, still. Still, I value you guys' time. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's been a wonderful day here.
Weather is perfect.
Yeah.
Mid-50s.
Went for a nice long. It was probably like an hour and a half walk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the woods.
Yeah.
That was long.
Yeah, we found a trail that's not too tumultuous.
Yeah, perfect. It's like perfect. Like I couldn't have designed a better trail myself, you know. So yeah, it was great getting out there and breathing the fresh air and doing that. And
A little vitamin D.
yeah, nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. There's my
Us
cleaner.
Michiganders are typically deficient in vitamin D, so
Yeah.
it's starting to be our time.
Yep. About time we started soaking some of that up again. I take it, but I mean, I'd rather get it from the sun than have to take it from a stupid pill.
Speaking of the sun, we have the eclipse
Yeah,
happening
tomorrow.
tomorrow. So
Yep.
here in Michigan, we're only going to get to see, we're not in one of the paths of totality or whatever, so we'll only get to see part of it. But I got some of those little paper sunglasses. I got 2 of the sunglasses from a buddy that was selling them
Yeah.
for $5 each. I was like, well, just give me 2. It's a little steep for
Yeah.
paper sunglasses, but
Yeah.
also I don't want to be blind. You know, I don't
Yeah. What's your sight worth?
gaze at the $5.
It's
I'll do the
$5.
$5.
My sight's worth $5.
So my daughter and I went to church this morning, and the pastor was hilarious. He was like, hey, we're handing out these eclipse sunglasses after the service for free. And he's like, they're plastic, like the old 3D glasses, very similar to those. And he's like, if you want to put your trust in these, we're handing them out after the service. And he's like, and if they don't work, I guess we'll be having a healing service next Sunday. For all of my blind congregation.
Yeah. Everybody comes in and
Right.
rubs some mud in my face.
Yeah. I should have asked my boss. My boss took tomorrow and Tuesday off. I wonder if that's where they're going.
Oh,
They're
yeah. Going to the
Go
spot.
see the eclipse. Yeah, you have to
Yep.
go to Ohio. Probably Ohio's the closest place.
Yep. Where it's going to be totally dark. I got to work tomorrow. I'm going to be washing a deck. So, fun times.
I don't get the whole, I don't know if this is updated. Let me go out and come back in. I don't get the whole why people think the world is ending, though.
Yeah, that's how it is every time anything happens. Oh, because there was a earthquake in New York the other day,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Oh, it's because of that." And
What do you guys think? Be afraid of the eclipse, or it's just something cool that happens in nature? Gonna go try not to burn your eyes out
Yeah.
looking at it.
it's gonna happen for like what, 5 minutes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Nash, laugh out loud. Love me a good healing service, though. Right?
Yes, yes. You are healed.
Just in case these little free paper sunglasses don't work.
We'll just heal you.
Healing service next week. Well, anyway, nice to see you. Mike Nash is here.
Hey, what's up?
He is working in his shop. He's wet sanding. Is that a thing?
Yep, wet sanding. Yep.
Enjoy wet sanding. Snakebite is here.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Jay Connor, hello.
Hello. That's a new name, I
Yep,
think.
just Jay Connor.
Yeah. Oh, good to see you, man.
Oh, I shouldn't be drinking this because now I have to burp.
It's okay.
No, it's okay in private. It's not okay while we're live. I'm going to have to make him mute.
You're going to fit right in with all the fellers. Come on, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you want to hear Carrie just burp like a trucker.
Oh, jeez. Joe Senapole is here. He says,
Hey.
I'm looking forward to the show.
What's up, Joe?
Braxel.
Braxel, what's happening?
Chris Gonzalez is here.
Hey, Chris.
Flux says, Tone Wars rules. How's everybody doing?
Thanks, man. You rule.
CS says, played a...
The Leichlerm?
Yep.
Dude, what did...
I'm like, nope, I still can't read it.
Wow, man. So you have to really, like, put in there what you really... And I know you said it's, what is it, tight? Oh, nice.
Prometheus today at the Pittsburgh Guitar Show. Man, that thing is toy.
Toit. Nice, man. So share anything else you know about it, too, because...
Leichlerm.
Leichlerm. It's a German, I think,
I feel
word.
like the
Leichlerm.
Swedish chef.
Yeah. I played the Schmurdy Beanie Bort today. Yeah. Tell us what else you thought, because I'm going to be reviewing it, but I don't know when I'm going to get my hands on it. I got to talk to Daniel soon and figure it out. He
also scored a 1987 American Kramer Beretta.
Oh, sweet. Winning.
Yeah. And then there's Chris Nash and Chris Nash. So this one is Chris Nash. Hello.
What's up, man?
See. Jim Coleman is here. What's up from New York?
What's happening from New York?
Brent Salutari.
Hey, what's up, Vince?
Let's see. Chris Nash says it was 62 in the D.C. area. Oh, nice.
Nice.
And about 7 degrees on us.
Yeah, it was in the, 50s here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-50s.
It was beautiful when we went for the walk, though. Couldn't have been better. Yep.
Braxel says the eclipse will be over us in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Yes, so it starts down and there's like just a path that works its way up.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Braxel says, I'm going to be 57 next Saturday. I need time to slow down.
Yeah, dude. We were just talking about that. We were just talking about that.
Because somebody else has a birthday this month.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think he's too excited about this.
No, not really. Not really. Yeah, it's I'll tell you, man, get to whatever it is that you got to get to doing it, cuz time is not waiting for you. It just keeps moving at whatever pace, and I feel like time is cruel and moves faster as you get older. Time don't give a crap. Time don't play.
Yeah, I feel like it was just your birthday a few months ago, and here it's a whole year.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. Isn't that weird?
Let's see. Snake bite. Nope. I think that was an answer to are we afraid of the eclipse? Or is it normal? Chris Nash says eclipses are cool, but nothing remotely, here's a word, eschatological about them. Eschatological about that. Well, look at that. Fancy word.
We just feel stupid right now.
Good old-fashioned sounding it out. Flux says, nothing to fear from an eclipse unless you're superstitious. Right. That was my thought. Not super worried about it. The Metal God is here.
Hey, what's happening?
Tyler James, what's up?
What's happening, Tyler?
Brandon Whitehawk.
That's a new name.
Yeah.
What's going on?
The what do you call the school mascot? For my kids' school mascot is a Black Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Brandon Blackhawks too, and his name's Brandon Whitehawk.
Oh.
It is at our games. It's let's go, Brandon. It's kind of funny.
And everyone's like looking at each other. Which version of that are we talking about right now?
I bet you the Democrats have a hard time with that.
Yeah, they're like, I can't participate.
I figured we could say that. I know we don't want to do political stuff.
Yeah, but that is kind of funny. Yeah.
Let's see. Brandon says, Jarrod, thanks for revisiting the Bogner twin jet and can't wait for you to review the new Uber Ultra. Cheers from Texas.
Oh, you're welcome, man. And it was good. Like Motor City called. They're like, hey, we just got one of these Uber shells, the twin jets in. And I'm like, you know what?
You have to that. Ooh.
What, the burp?
Good Lord.
Did I burp?
Yes.
I did?
I can smell it. Lord.
Did I burp out loud and not even realize it?
No, you probably went.
The inside burp.
The inside burp.
Mexican food, man.
Smells outside.
Well, excuse me.
Did we say hello to Paul Bullock yet?
No, go ahead while I stink up the room.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, do you think Fender will come out with smaller versions of the Tone Master Pro for about 1,000?
That would be interesting. I think the format's pretty cool the way it is, you know, but I'll tell you, gear is getting smaller, and we'll get to that in a minute here. But, yeah, you never know, man. I never thought, you know, what's funny is, well, why don't we just get to it now? What's funny is, I remember when the Helix came out, and everyone's like, oh, I don't have to carry around this amp and cab and pedal board and all this stuff anymore. This thing's so light and small, and then now the thing's considered like a behemoth compared to all the other units. Like, look at the ToneX, the little ToneX,
Yeah.
and look at the Kemper player, and then the Pod Go, and then the HX Stomp.
It all happened with our phones too. We
Yeah.
got all little tiny. Oh, you can't see a thing.
Yeah.
How are you gonna stomp on it
I
if
don't
it's
know.
so small?
We're gonna
You could
find
have
out.
Little princess ballet flats to play
Yeah,
guitar.
they come with ballet slippers. Here's your ballet slippers with your little pedal. That'd be
Little
funny.
tap shoes.
The twirl tap.
Nobody likes things smaller. You eventually look. We all have to go back the size so
yeah,
you can
the
see what
phones.
you're doing.
I think what's happening is it came out like this, and everyone's like, well, why don't we, and we're finding that sweet spot, you know, where it's like, bring it down, and then we're going to bring it back up to where it belongs.
Yeah, don't
you know?
pay attention to this tiny little stuff.
Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be like a microchip, you know, and it's like just, you know, it's just so weird how small everything's getting. And I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying, wow, have we changed? You know, like once the Helix was considered like, oh, that's perfect. And now everyone's going, well, why don't we go smaller? We're going half that size. Then we're like, now we got pedals out there with like one button on them. You know,
the Tone Master is probably as small as you would want to go.
I think that's a good size.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that's a really good size. The Quad Cortex is slightly smaller. But I mean, I don't have a problem with this, showing up with something like this. But there are people who are like, you know what? I could build a pedal board with a couple of pedal-sized things on it and be completely happy. So I don't know.
CS wants you to finish what you were saying about the Uber Ultra before your mouth farted.
Before my mouth farted.
I cut you off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so let me just finish that real quick. So Motor City called me and said that they had one, and I'm like, oh, I should probably revisit that because a lot of people thought that the last Uber I tried had something wrong with it. And it might have been true. I don't know. I didn't have anything to compare it to directly, but all I can say is this one sounded better, but it still didn't work for me. But if I remember correctly, it sounded a little better. It was just too open and too raw for me. But, you know, but it was a decent amp, and it was great having a chance to try it out again. But anyways, back to... Yeah, I appreciate the mouth farts. I appreciate you know, give me the heads up to revisit that. But anyways, yeah, I'm just really intrigued with all the stuff that's coming out that's so small right now. And what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's something that we're going, you know, here comes another burp.
Yeah,
have we crossed the Rubicon with
turn
that?
Fan on and blow it back in your face.
Have we jumped the shark with some of the smaller gear, or do you think this is actually a good thing? So I just wanted to see what people think, you know.
CS says licklerm.
Yeah, licklerm. It's like a weird way to say it.
The Metal God says, Jarrod, have you tried any Kramer guitars?
It's been a long time. A long, long time since I've tried any Kramers. Yeah, a lot of the Kramers... Correct me if I'm wrong, but they usually don't have a bridge pickup or a neck pickup that's just bridge, and I have to have a neck pickup. But I'm still open to try one. You know, I don't mind.
Flux says, Jarrod, I'm sorry you still don't like the Bogner Twin Jet, but your reasons are valid. My favorite band, Evergrey, used them for years. I have their settings if you still have the amp.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had to bring it back, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. It just didn't work for me this time. You know, I was like... Still not one of my favorite amps, but I still want to try the Uber Ultra because I've heard that they made a lot of changes to that and really went back to the drawing board and fixed a lot of things. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
CS says apparently Arnold plays guitar and Kyle Bull are next in line for the Prometheus, but I talked to them about getting it to you. I have info for you.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I've talked to Daniel a few times myself, and I'm on the list. I just don't know where. So, but thank you. I'll take any information that you have. Thank you.
Chris Nash says, sorry, to clarify, eschatology is the part of theology that deals with what you think about the future.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so I want to put this out there too. If you guys want me to review stuff, I'm happy to do it. And I get a lot of requests on the show, like people in comment sections, like you should, review this, review that. And I very much appreciate the heads up on those things. But something that really helps me out is when you reach out to them too, and say, hey, I want Tone Wars to, because like, I just put it to you this way. If I'm in a band and I call a radio station and say, hey, can you play my song? The radio station is going to be like, well, of course, yeah, you're the band member. Of course you're going to call me. But if enough people in that area call and want them to play my song, that's different, So it's just better when and I'm not asking you to go out and call all these companies. I'm just saying, like, it does help. It really does. And I see that in comment sections all the time on YouTube videos where people reach out and say, hey, I want so-and-so to play this. And it does really help these companies go, well, people are requesting this, so... You
need the spray.
Yeah, I know. These are pretty messed up right now. But anyways, it helps.
The Metal God, I don't think I read this one yet. Jarrod, I just bought a Schecter 8-string. An 8-string.
Ooh, nice.
What do you do with the extra string?
You play a lot of low, grungy notes with it. Yeah, it's it's one of the...
Oh, it's
like this is a 7.
Yeah.
So this is like as low as this would go, but that thing, man, it's a nice... I love the tone on 8 strings. It's amazing.
George Slutter or Sluter? He says, sup. Yes, it was a gorgeous day today. I'm in the same neighborhood as you guys. Lots of yard work done today and a string change on my guitar.
Nice. You're in our neighborhood?
I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Are you friends with a George on Facebook?
I'll have to check.
George Sluter?
I'll have to check. I mean, it's hard to keep track of all the different names, like the YouTube name, because some people have different aliases,
Oh, okay.
Not saying that that's the case here, but, there's the YouTube handle, and then there's the Facebook. Yeah, yep.
George says, my wife always says to stinky burps, yeah, God, it smells like you farted out of your mouth. Yep.
We had some really nice Mexican food earlier today, and yeah,
Yum.
it's good going down, but later you pay for it. Definitely pay a price.
Jim Simmons says, Jarrod, I have the Hot Tone Amp Barrel Mini that is about the size of 2-button stomp box pedal, and it is packed with features and sounds good.
Yeah, man, they're coming up with a lot of great stuff now that has lots of features, and it's very small. So, yeah, I think it's cool. I think I got my thoughts about it, but I wanted to see what you guys think too,
50, no, big is bigger. Big guy, and I always will bring my diesel full stack to
there you go.
Sound guys.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Steve-O is here with the...
Hey, what's up, Steve-O?
Braxel says, what is a better device to use than my guitar footstool? I think it's possible you guys were right. My hips are hurting still, and it's over a month.
Oh, wow. I play on my ottoman. Like, I sit on my ottoman every day.
So both feet are on the floor.
Yeah, both feet are on the floor. But even when I had a stool, I always put my feet, like, on one of the rings, And then, obviously, when I sit down here, I do that. But... yeah, I just sit on my ottoman because I didn't want to wear out that side of my couch. So with the ottoman, it's no big deal. I just sit on there. I got my iPad like right here, my coffee here, and that little tray thing, and I play for hours like that. So.
Oh, here's some thoughts from Chris Nash about that. He says, I actually started using a footstool a month or so ago and have also discovered that my chair was too high. So he lowered his chair so his legs bend at 90 degrees and he's doing better.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That's why when I play, a lot of times I'm up here, like with I always put my foot up like this. I have a foot thing, footrest here, but then I'm always pushing buttons, so I just do the happy medium.
Standing up.
Yeah, yeah, that would look Well, I guess part of me would be off camera, but yeah, I'm just not set up for that down here.
Bill Beard says Fender Tone Master Pro or the Kemper Toaster. Which one Fender more user friendly to use, but Kemper better stock presets? Am I right?
What was? Let me just
Fender
read.
Tone Master Pro or the Kemper Toaster? Which one is more user friendly?
Oh, well, the Tone Master Pro is going to be way more user friendly. Kemper is going to have a lot more tones to choose from, though, so it really depends on what you're looking for. You know.
So, Bill, I think you're right then, based on how I'm interpreting what you said there.
Yeah, I mean, the Tone Master is great. Don't get me wrong. It's great. I love the interface. It's one of the best ones out there. And I do get good tones out of it. But if you want a huge variety, Kemper's definitely going to have that on pretty much anybody right now.
Pifter. Sorry, Pifty. I called him Pifter.
Fifter.
Says Jarrod, you and Bogner simply do not work. They just don't work.
So far, I haven't played a Bogner product that I like. I mean, the closest thing was the Bogner Ubershaw Synergy module. I liked that, but the regular amps, so far, just haven't worked for me. Not saying they're bad, they're just not my thing.
Snakebite says he picked up a nice limited Viper Deluxe EC1000 LTD. Is that limited? Or
LTD is a brand, I think.
LTD Viper
LTD.
Deluxe.
Nice, man.
Deli Rev says, hey there, guess who bought that PRS Mark Holcomb SVN at Motor City Guitar? This guy.
Oh, nice, man. Good for you, man. Yeah, you liked it, huh? Yeah, that's a cool guitar.
Deli
Really
Rev.
cool, man. I liked it.
Like that.
Congrats.
It sounds like who has two thumbs?
This guy.
Paul Bullock says, Jarrod, took the plunge and paired my ToneX with an HX Effects running through Fireball 25 with matching vertical 2x12 cab. Can switch in Ingle preamp or ToneX. Loving it.
Oh, sweet, man. Good for you,
Loving
man.
it.
Congrats. I'm sure you said it just like that, too.
He did, see?
Oh, loving it. Somebody looks fabulous.
All right, we're caught up. You gonna play something?
Sweet. Yeah, let me start out with something simple. I've been writing a new song, and this solo is absolutely kicking my ass, so I haven't been practicing anything else because of this, and I got to find something I can play simple.
Is my hair driving the mic? Because it's right on my...
No, I don't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Okay. If it is, just
Yeah,
let me know. I'll move it.
I will let you know. Just trying to find, what can I play tonight that, well, let me just start out with this. This is simple. So, give me a second here, guys. 1 second. Oh, I got to turn on my wirelesses.
I'll say it live. That was good.
There's thank you.
You thought you were gonna play like poop tonight.
Well, you heard sound check, didn't you? Sound check was ugly. I'm down here questioning all of my decisions in life during
Sounds good
sound check.
tonight. I like the tone. Sounds good to me.
Thank you. Yeah, it sounds good. It's a good unit, man. I spent some time with it and got it dialed in.
A little bit glorious.
Mm-hmm. Not too shabby, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little shabby?
Just a little bit glorious.
Yeah, a little bit glorious. I think after a few more updates, this thing's going to sound really good. Mm-hmm. Again, I think it sounds good anyways, but yeah, I like the unit. I mean, look at it. Isn't that cool looking?
Yep.
I mean, you've seen a lot of units that I've had down here, and out of all the units you've seen, doesn't that look the best? Oh, stepped in that one.
Looking for a smaller one, huh?
Yeah. Just too
I think we're gonna have to end the show.
Yeah.
Moving on. So everybody likes it. Nice, nice.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it does sound good. It really does. You know, it's a nice unit.
Let's see. Okay, I already read that. Pablo read that. Okay, here we go. This is where I left off. Tony Kralzik.
Hey, Tony, what's happening?
LTD Guitars is the affordable version of ESP guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Deli Rev says no hair interference. You're good. Oh, good. My hair. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Paul Bullock. Chris, highly recommend. Sounds amazing. My first Ingle.
Oh, cool.
The Metal God.
The Metal
says
God.
Jarrod, great tone.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice snake bite. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, boy.
Deli Rev says, when I had my Synergy rig, the Ingle Savage was the only module I had that didn't need an overdrive in front of it.
Yeah, the Ingle Savage is cool. Was a cool module. Is that what he said? It was a module for Synergy?
Synergy rig, the Ingle Savage was the only module I had that didn't need an overdrive.
Yeah, it was definitely a good unit.
Paul Bullock, nice! Pairs so well with that oversized vertical 2x12. Can't believe how hard it hits. Hi. Paul also says, laugh out loud, yeah. Don't want to be an overdrive Karen, but this amp stands tall without. Normally do use overdrives.
Yeah, those shirts should be out. I keep saying soon, but I'm working with my graphics guy. We want the perfect shirt. So we're going through some designs here. I want it to be simple because you know how printing goes. I mean, you get too elaborate and then the print shop's like, oh, that's going to be
$500 for one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, great. So now I got to sell them for, you know, twice that to make my money. So yeah, it sucks. So I'm trying to keep a simple design that looks cool, but it's got to be funny.
The Metal God, Jarrod, you know of any Randy Rhoads licks? He is one of my all-time favorite guitarists.
Oh, I don't know a lot of Randy Rhoads, but I know that one. If you play guitar and you don't know the intro to Crazy Train, like, you don't play guitar. Like, sorry. There's a rite to passage riffs, and that's one of them. That, Smoke on the Water, and Stairway. You got to know Stairway.
On the Water?
Yeah, everybody knows Smoke on the Water. Don't ask me to play it live, though. I know how to color, too, but you don't see me coloring, do you?
I don't think you do know how to color.
I know how to color.
Stay in the lines.
I'm good at coloring.
No, you're not.
I was good. What? All right, we're going to go get a coloring book tomorrow.
I'm down.
And we're going to color.
Okay.
Promise? All right, pinky promise. We're going to color tomorrow. We're going to go to the dollar store. Oh, my God. You're going to be blown away.
Get crayons, too.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be blown away by my skills. Yeah, crayons.
Okay.
Yep, and I want the 64-pack with the sharpener.
Do they still? I don't think they sell the sharpener anymore.
Oh, it's got to have red orange and orange red. Okay. Those are my favorite colors. We're coloring tomorrow.
Mark Kinney says an 80s classic returns with PB's re-release of the Adrian Vandenberg signature series of guitars. I'm looking forward to this guitar. Back in the 90s, I played and really loved it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. It's got the hockey, not hockey, but it's got the reverse headstock, if I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm remembering correctly, that's what it is. Adrian Vandenberg is a guitar player that never got his due. He never, you know, got to, you know, record. Like he joined Whitesnake after John Sykes left, and he was on tour, and then he had a wrist injury on the next album. So Steve Vai recorded all the guitar parts, and then Adrian toured. But Adrian was never on a recorded Whitesnake album, which is really sad, you know.
Did he make money off of it?
I'm sure he was part of the writing process and the touring, so I'm sure he did okay on that. But yeah, he never recorded on the albums, though.
Dudley Rev says, I use overdrives as well. It just feels weird not to use one when on the dirty channel.
Yeah, I have to. It's just the way I'm not a heavy picker. Like when you hear me acoustically in the room, like she does, you can't hear what I'm doing, can you?
No.
Yeah, it's just really, it's
Sounds
really
just
light.
Like that. I don't even know why we need you.
It's really light, but like when we saw Matty Hoffman, remember that when he's just sitting on the couch playing acoustically on an electric guitar, it was loud, and we were both like, holy, and he's lightning fast. I mean, he's way faster than me. And this guy is just hammering those strings like he wanted to break them. And both of us were like, I've never heard a louder player than him, like in the room acoustically. But I'm very quiet, so very strange.
Chris Nage says, rolling on the floor laughing. I love that term, boost, Karen. Last Sunday I was here, I told Jarrod that if he ever gets a signature boost, he has to call it the Karen.
The Karen.
Oh, somebody came back as Karen Boost. Karen Boost, I hope you're not using an overdrive pedal on that solo.
That's hilarious. Karen Boost.
I wish I could see the picture so I could know with their little itty bitty icons. I can't tell who it was.
I can imagine if I was like, you know, in the dating circle and sit down with the 5-minute date things. What's your name? My name's Karen Boost. Okay, bye. Date's over. Can't deal with you.
The Metal God says, Jarrod sounds very John Petrucci. I dig it.
Oh, thank you. That's, wow. That's very kind of you, sir.
Then we're going on. Wow, laugh out loud units, see a lot of units, haha units, wow, lots of laughing.
Yep,
You
never
waltzed right into that one.
Yep, I totally, yep.
Cue every joke here.
Exactly. Here we go with the unit jokes.
George says that was a Beavis and Butthead moment.
Yeah, he said units. Yeah.
Deli Rev says,
Did you say a unit?
laugh out loud. The secret word of the day is unit.
Unit. Yeah, can you use a
says,
sentence?
Small stuff, empty stages with in-ear and wireless. Where is the fun? The dynamics and feedback. It's a rock and roll and fun to jump the drums and step on a bass player's cable. Awesome playing, Jarrod.
Thank you. No, I get it. I miss those days, man. I mean, when I saw Dream Theater in Ohio when they did that concept album that they did, you know, several years back there, I mean, me and John, my buddy John Thrasher, we were literally leaning on the stage. And John was right here. I could have tied his shoelaces together. I'm not kidding you. He was like right here. And it was awesome, but you couldn't hear anything on the stage except for Mike Mangini's drum kit and LeBrie's like acoustic voice when he walked by. That was it. And then because the speakers were like flying arrays, but they were 10 feet behind us. And we're like, I'm asking, I could literally talk to John like I'm talking to you right now. And I'm like, dude, this is weird. Like, I feel like I'm at like sound check or something because we can hear the PA, like the, what do you call it? The ambience.
The ambient noise.
But I couldn't hear like the PA and it was weird. And
I probably really like it up there.
What's that? Yeah, you would love it because you'd be like, wow, this is the quietest concert I've ever been to. And it was weird. And because there's no sound on the stage, but I could hear John's amps faintly backstage, but they're faced the other way, you know, but I used the bathroom and on my way back, they started playing again. Excuse me, stinky burp coming at you. and it sounded glorious. It was awesome, and then it just shrunk when I got up front again, and it all went away. And I'm like, this is nuts. And John's like, yeah, but would you trade this seat? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. I mean, Petrucci's like
You have to
3
do it
feet in front of
once.
us, you know? Yeah, it was great. The Trooch.
Bill Beard says, does the Kemper player have good stock Marshall crush tones and some higher Friedman gain tones?
Oh, it's got tons of those, you know. Yeah, the Kemper's got plenty of tones to choose from in Rig Manager, and there's plenty of ones that you could choose from on websites too. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff out there. I love the Kemper, you know, as a player. As a profiler who makes profiles for my website, I like it, but there's things I hope that they address. I hope that they update the algorithm so it's a little more consistent. Other than that, I think it's a great unit. I want them to upgrade the interface too, because the interface definitely needs help, and that's no secret. Everybody agrees on that. You know, the ToneMaster interface is like stupid good. It's like so easy.
The Metal God says, my first song I learned to play on guitar is Cowboys from Hell by Pantera.
That's a good way to start. Jeez, that's way better than me. I learned, what did I learn? I learned Owner of a Lonely Heart. You know, let's see if I can. Something like that. I learned that. And then I went on from that to like Smoke on the Water, Limelight, you know. I learned that. I learned, did I say Smoke on the Water?
Yep.
Yeah. And then one other one. Oh, Working Man. Yeah, I learned Working Man. Yeah, so those are the things. And then, you know, the typical, you know, Iron Man. I learned Iron Man and all that. So good times.
Well, CS says, but Adrian Vandenberg did do some pretty good solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. He actually did the solo, I think, for Here I Go Again. I think that was him. Yeah, because I saw an interview with him, and he said, yeah, I did the solo for the radio edit.
We just read on Facebook before the show that the lead singer...
CJ
Snare, the lead singer of Firehouse, passed away.
Yep, that's sad.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
He had colon cancer, right?
Yeah, that's sad, man.
Yeah.
That's one of her favorite bands.
Firehouse. Yep.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasure, for sure.
Unreal, man. Yeah, God bless him and his family and friends, man.
Yeah.
That's rough. Jeez.
I just saw them. One of my birthday, I mean, it's probably been seven or 8 years ago, but
yeah, I remember
they were
you're
still
all
touring.
happy, giddy like a schoolgirl.
Yeah, well, I didn't get a chance to see them when they were popular back then, but so it was kind of a bucket list item.
Yep, faux show.
Let's see, Braxel. Oh, that Engel Founders is a really nice amp.
Oh yeah, I want one of those really bad, but it's not in the cards right now.
Thunderfoot Power is here.
Hey, what's up, Thunderfoot?
He says, hey folks, Jarrod, I have the metal pack for ToneX with the driftwood. It has 3 patches from channel 2. Do you remember what the patches are? I know it has a built-in tube screamer.
Oh, man. Thank you, by the way. I'm trying to remember what I did. It might be different gain settings, if I remember correctly, because that amp, it had one sweet spot with the high gain stuff, and that was it. So it was probably just gain levels that were different on it. You know, and it might be mic settings. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've done those, but yeah, just pick the ones that work best for you. I think that amp profiles and plays very well on digital platforms. Like, I love how it sounds on my ToneX and on my Quad Cortex, but in real life, the amp, it just had a real sluggish feel to it, and it drove me nuts. But once I profiled it, the profile sounded and felt better to me.
Tony Krosick says my first song that he learned was Scorpions' Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you know that one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's sing that.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. Love that song.
Let's see. Mike Jelinek says that sucks. No stage sound is not R&R.
Yeah, it was weird, man. It was really weird. It was almost too polite.
Now it's
When-
gonna be stuck in my head.
Yeah, when we were at that Dream Theater show, it was very polite when you're up front. You're like, oh, yes, I felt like we should have been sipping wine.
Your snifters.
Yeah, oh, small wine, please, sir. Yeah, it was like a wine tasting with Dream Theater. It was so polite and nice and quaint and everything, and it was just weird, you know. But I agree, it kind of takes all the rebellion out of it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, now there's rules. Ah, can't throw chairs and light shit on fire. Sucks.
50 says, yes, please never forget the feeling in front of a boosted Mesa full stack on
Oh
10.
man, been there, loved it.
Karen
Yep.
Booth says, QC is greater than the Kemper. The Kemper is an outdated unit now, in my opinion.
I have to kind of agree with you there. I think the QC profiles way more consistently. I can literally come down here and do a profile pack of any one of these amps with the Quad Cortex, and they come out perfect. Perfect every single time. Perfect. I don't have to adjust anything. I don't have to fight with it. I'm not down here spitting nails, and it's just so easy. And I come down here with a Kemper with the same type of amps, and it's hit and miss. There's amps that come out really good, and then there's amps I'm down here going, all right, let me turn the gain down. Let me turn the bass down. Let me move the mics here. It's still, okay, never mind. And then I just call it a day, you know. But with the Quad Cortex, it's perfect. Now, I'm not saying that the Kemper's like that with all my amps. It's just like that with certain ones. And when it happens, it drives me out of my gourd.
Deli Rev says, I think the first song I learned how to play was Led Zeppelin's Heartbreaker.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Mike Nash says it was Kronkous, Midnight Maniac.
Crocus.
Crocus, not Kronkous.
That was the spin-off band. Midnight Maniac. Yeah, I remember that song.
Gene Lynch says, I love my Tone Master Pro.
Yeah, man. It's a cool unit. I'm
Paul
digging
Bullock
it.
says, Enter Sandman for my first song, late 90s for you.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one to learn how to play.
It is. It's fun. What's that?
So don't do it too fast or you're going to get
Oh
yelled
yeah,
at.
I gotta do it slow.
Like Nash says, my first songs were Hit Me With Your Best Shot and Breaking the Chains.
Oh yeah.
You know.
How'd that go? I don't remember that. I used to know it. I used to know Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
We just played it a couple nights ago.
Hit Me With Your Best Shot?
Yeah.
No.
You're a real tough cookie with a long history.
We played that?
A couple weeks ago, and you were like, this was so fun. We should do that more often.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta relearn that.
Again.
Yeah. No, it was Running with the Shadows of the Night. That's what it was.
No, we did that one.
No, it was Shadows of the
We
Night.
did both.
whatever you want to think. It wasn't Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
It was true.
No.
We played it. Snakebite says, man, I could never get Thunderstruck down too wide of a spread for me.
Thunderstruck. How did that start? I can't remember. I'll make a fool out of myself. I don't remember it, but yeah, I had that thing at the beginning.
You're really good at that, though.
At what? Sounding like crap.
Making a fool out of you.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I'm about to with
That's
Space
why
Zombies.
they're here.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of train wreck are we going to have tonight? I'm thinking about doing Space Zombies tonight. I haven't played it in like almost a month, and I started playing it this morning, and I'm like, I forgot half of this solo. Like, oh my God, and I freaked out, and I'm like, I got to learn this song again. And it's been a while.
Oh, Thunderfoot Power says, Dio died from colon cancer. Also,
Yeah.
people don't get checked. Go get your...
Go get your
what are they
back door
called?
checked.
What is it called?
Colon?
No,
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy, yes.
Yeah.
Words and things.
Yep.
Go have it done.
And it's cool because afterwards,
It's not cool, but
No,
afterwards.
you're coming out like, coming back awake from the gas, and then you get to fart your brains out, and it's like fun.
And it's acceptable.
Yeah, and you're in a room full of other farty people.
Yeah. You probably need to go have it done.
Yeah.
You haven't had it done in a
I've
minute.
not had it done, no.
I've had like 3 of them in my life.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway, the metal god, Jarrod, I called you Jerry.
Thanks. Jerry.
Your thoughts on Jerry Cantrell's guitar tone?
Oh, I think it's great. Yeah. For what he does, I think it's about as good as you can get it, man. Yep. He's always had great tone.
Jeff Hirschberg says, my first songs were Led Zeppelin's Communication Breakdown,
Oh, yeah.
the Ramones' Rockaway Beach, and the Ohio Players' Fop.
Fop. Yeah, the Ramones, man. If you want to just sweat and just beat the hell out of your guitar, that's some good stuff to do it to right there. Hell yeah.
Steve-O says, my first was Living After Midnight, including the solo.
Oh, yeah. I learned that one, too. Let me see if I can... It's been a while.
Karen Boost wants to know if you can give us any Pearl Jam or Nirvana.
I never learned any of that stuff. Dude, I completely checked out. As soon as they came out, I was like, well, that's it for me. That's my cue to leave.
His 2 least favorite bands.
Yeah, totally. Like, I was like, out. I hated Kurt Cobain. I hated that band. I hated it, and I just did not get it. I mean, I can appreciate it now. I still don't listen to it, but I appreciate it now more than I did back then. I never thought I would ever appreciate it, but it was the thing is all those bands and all that stuff was the what do you call that when you go to Italian restaurants? It's the sorbet in between courses that we needed, because the music, the hair metal stuff was just getting out of hand. It was just so cheesy and too much, and it was getting to the point where it was precious, and I was like, yeah, we need to change. But then they came out, and it was like the pendulum swung completely the other way, and I was like, well, I didn't say that. But yeah, it was just too much pretty boy garbage after a while, and I thought Skid Row was a great balance to everything, because they didn't have the spandex and the makeup and stuff. They just had long hair, ripped up jeans, leather jackets, and it was like full on just raw metal and rock, and it was great, and that was like, okay, we're doing well, but they still sign these pretty boy bands out, and I'm just like, come on. Let's kind of go down the Skid Row route, here. But then grunge came in and just kind of destroyed everything. And no offense to people who like grunge, I get it, but it just wasn't for me.
90s babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Braxel says that Pat Benatar album, Crimes of Passion, I played the hell out of that album when it came out in the 80s. The whole record rules. It really does. It
was really good. Pat Benatar was amazing. She really was. I mean, even guys liked her back then. It was like, hey, you gotta admit, she's got some good songs and she's a badass singer, so gotta give it to her.
The Metal God says, I'm learning Sea of Sorrow by Alice in Chains right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they had some good stuff, man. I remember when Alice in Chains came to the Silver Dollar Saloon when they were just starting out. I got to see them, and they were doing the windmill hair. Jerry Cantrell was just flipping his hair around, and it was cool though. And the singer, what's his name, Lance Staley or I always forget how to pronounce whatever his name is. I wasn't super into them, but. He literally stood there the whole night, did not move. He just stood there with the sunglasses on and just sang the whole night and did not move at all. And I'm just like, what's wrong with that guy? Because I wasn't used to that. I was used to the singer, like,
Yeah.
he literally was in his own little world, man, and he did not move at all the whole night. I was like, did somebody glue his feet to the floor? It was weird. But then I found out later he was a heroin addict.
Probably super high.
Yeah.
Ryan Palter, Jarrod, throw some Tremonti riffs.
You know what? I don't know any. Isn't that sad? I don't know any Tremonti at all. And he's amazing, but I just don't know any of his riffs.
Braxel says, I learned the song Bloodstone a week or so ago.
Oh, yeah, Bloodstone.
Thunderfoot powered Neil Giraldo, underrated guitar
Yeah,
player.
he was awesome, man. Oh, speaking of Judas Priest, does anybody know this riff? Riff? Let me see if I can still play it. See if anybody knows what that is.
The metal god is
One of my
glad
favorites.
the grunge era happened.
It needed to happen. It did. And you know, all you know, bashing aside, Kurt Cobain gave way to a lot of new guitar players because his stuff was easy to learn. It was very easy to learn and easy to play. It wasn't intimidating, and it was cool, considered cool. So there was a lot of kids that learned how to play his riffs and were like,
I
well,
can do this.
I can do this,
Yeah.
and it's cool. So I'm not going to feel like a dork playing this, unless I run into a prog snob like me. But yeah, and then it encouraged them to play. And there's a lot of people I know that were like, "Oh, Kurt Cobain got me into guitar," and I'm like, "Okay,
Really?
all right,
Okay.
well, I guess some good came out of that. So nothing wrong with it."
0311 can't belly joke. JK says the price of hairspray became too high.
Oh gosh, and the ozone layer. Can you imagine? Over Los Angeles, the hole that was up there. That was probably where the smog came from, was the freaking Aquanet.
Patrick and Garrett says, since you're doing requests, how about Drop Tuned Out of the Tiles by Led Zeppelin?
That one I don't know at all. Out of the Tiles?
Ronnie K has joined us.
I've probably heard it, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with the title. What's up, Ronnie K?
Braxel says Neil Giraldo is awesome player and
Oh,
recording
yeah.
engineer, producer.
His solo for Hit Me With Your Best Shot is amazing. By the way, Neil's the guy that makes that whiskey that you love so much.
Oh yeah.
4-chord whiskey. It's so bad. Is it 4-chord or 3-chord?
3-chord.
3-chord. It's so bad. I remember he was on.
Remember somebody was drinking it at the lounge a month
Oh
ago,
yeah,
so
you guys
we're
want
like,
some? We're like, no, thanks.
I'd rather lick my shoe. So
Same
bad.
thing. Yeah, it was funny because like he was on with Dave Friedman on this other podcast, Tone Talk, and he was on there with them, and he's like, yeah, because Dave's a huge whiskey connoisseur. He loves whiskey, and he's always drinking it on the show. And Neil was talking about, he's like, yeah, man, I got my own brand of whiskey, 3-chord. And he's like, you ever tried it? Dave's like, yeah. And that's it. He just kind of went right over it. Like, yeah, I think I have. You know, he didn't really.
Moving on.
Please don't offer to send me a bottle. Nothing against him, but that stuff, man.
This is terrible.
It is like, if you could pick a flavor, it would be bowling shoe. It was just.
Right. It's not work boot.
Yeah.
Not tennis
No.
shoe. It's bowling
shoe from the 70s. Like, it was one that they found in the locker room. They're like, oh, look, let's soak the whiskey in this and wring all the goodness out of this shoe into it. Stir it up, pour it in a vat.
No.
Oh.
I don't know if any of you guys will appreciate this, but you remember the jelly shoes from back in the 80s?
No.
All the girls wore those. They're sandals. They're kind of like Crocs, but they were thinner.
Oh,
Called them jelly shoes.
oh,
And
yeah.
then they were plastic, so they made your feet sweat.
Oh, gross. Oh, they probably reeked, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I got jelly shoes. Yeah, I can smell. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yuck. Does it smell worse than my burps?
50 says, yes, depressed, bad mood all day, and shitty live sound. Probably talking about 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Nirvana single-handedly killed shred guitar in the 90s from Steve-O.
They did, man. It wasn't cool to play solos anymore. Like, come on, you know?
Snakebite. I am the man
In the box now. And everybody sounded like this in the 90s.
I feel like that's going to need to go on our blooper reel.
Yeah. We called it yarling.
Jeff Hirschberg says the ballad both skyrocketed mainstream metal and ruined it at the same time.
Yeah.
A lot of money was made in a short time, but the thing that made the money hastened its downfall. Grunge equals logical outcome.
Yeah, kind of. It was the thing that had to right the ship, you know. It was the whip that needed to be cracked that no one liked. But if you notice, like, it didn't last long, and it's not something that people revisit today. Like, when people think of grunge, they don't think of it fondly for the most part. And there's not a, and now I could be wrong.
It might just be people your age.
Or, yeah, maybe people in my
brother
circle.
loves grunge. Like,
Still?
there's, oh yeah, and Brian's
it's
band is the 90s cover. And,
Yeah. Have you met? No, it's
your circle is different.
it is, but you know, I don't know if they're touring still. Is there a lot of grunge bands out doing the
Well, I don't like grunge.
Hey, Remember Me tours? I don't know. I could be wrong.
Like Alanis Morissette, and
I did not like her at all. Everything's ironic. I'm fat, but I'm skinny. I'm bitchy, but I'm happy. Like, what are you? I'm confused and I know everything.
Lane Staley.
Lane Staley, that's who it was.
Steve-O, Tenacious D, the metal.
They were hilarious, man.
Flex says, the first song I learned with regular chords, Pigs on the Wing, Pink Floyd, first bar chord song, Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Hell yeah. Dude, that was the song to learn back then, man. That song freaking ruled.
Lots of people are saying, locked in,
Locked in, that's what it was. Yep, Judas Priest, Locked In. I liked Turbo. I thought it was a great album, man. Some people were like, this is a weird album. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Riffs and Reefer says, old school Priest fans hated the Turbo album.
I know they did. I remember, like, when I was in 9th grade, if you walked around with a Turbo shirt on, all the Priest fans were like, bro, what's up with that?
That's what they sounded like in 8th grade,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Somebody likes Turbo. It was good, though. I thought it was a good album. There was some good songs on there.
Thunderfoot Power says that was the Priest hair metal album.
I liked it. I prefer the other ones. No, it's a great album, but the thing is like, they kind of, I don't think it wasn't as heavy. It's just they incorporated some keyboards, but they played them on the guitars as like guitar synth. And it kind of lightened things up a little bit here and there, but there was some...
They had a guitar?
Well, not really. It was like a synthesizer that you could play with your guitar. It was weird how they did that, but yeah, they incorporated that, and I thought it sounded cool. I liked the album. There were some great songs, like Turbo Lover.
My area.
Oh, super sorry. But Turbo was good, Turbo Lover, and then, of course, Locked In, and there was a few other good songs on there. But, I mean, obviously the previous albums were freaking, if you don't like those, I don't know what to say.
The Metal God says Neil played B. Critch guitars? Is that
BC Rich.
BC Rich guitars.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Played BC Rich.
George Sluter says opening riff, The Sentinel, is so freaking badass.
Dude, if I had to pick a favorite Priest song, it would be The Sentinel. I love that song. I love the vocal lines. I love the melodies. I love the rasp that Rob had in his voice when he sang that first line. I was like, oh, look, I got chills. I get chills just thinking about it. I love that song so much. The energy, the darkness that it had. We'll have to listen to that afterwards. We're going to listen to that. It was just such a great song, you know, and that's one song. And I love the dual guitar lines, you know, one guy playing the chords and the other guy doing the syncopated stuff underneath. And yeah, that's how you write a metal song right there. perfect
Ronnie
example.
K says, Jarrod, I finally got my angle iron ball SE last month.
Oh, nice. Congrats, dude. Which channel is your favorite? I think I liked 3.
The Metal
remember.
God says, I grew up in the 80s. Yes, I remember those shoes.
the
bowling
smelly,
alley shoes.
the
Oh,
smelly
the
shoes.
jelly shoes. Yeah. Flex says, my band does Steeler and You Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest. Love playing and singing them.
Yep. Another Thing Coming. That's another one of those songs I'll never get sick of. It was so, I wouldn't say overplayed, but I guess it was. But it's like, Shook Me All Night Long. That was a song that was played so much everybody is legit sick of it. Every time Another Thing Coming comes on, I crank the radio and I drive down the road like I just want to mow everybody down. And it's just, you feel invincible while that song's being played. You really do. It's just an amazing song. Love it.
Thunderfoot Power says the grunge depression era.
Yeah, it was. I called it flannel rock.
Then came Nickelback from 0311 Campbell.
Nickelback. That's another one of those bands.
Poor band. Like,
I know.
There's nothing wrong with them. But
Yeah, but people love to hate them.
Yeah.
It's the same with Winger. Winger got a bad rap because of Beavis and Butthead. Stewart always had that Winger shirt on, and because of that. But I'll tell you, if you ever see Winger play live, I mean, they are tight, they're amazing, and they're like one of the best sounding bands out there. And the drummer, like Rod Morgenstein, he could probably play any hair metal band drummer under the table. That guy was insane. Red Beach, give me a break. Guy's an amazing guitar player. The whole band was super uber talented. And it's really sad that they never really got their due, you know.
Some good stuff here.
Yeah.
CS Easy there. Alice in Chains is in my top 5 and still touring.
No, they're still doing their
Alice in
thing.
Chains is good. I like that.
Yeah, I liked them. I thought they were cool. I wasn't super into them, but they were one of the bands that came out then that I
can tolerate.
Yeah, I liked Jar of Flies when that came out. I was like, okay, I can deal with Jar of Flies. You know, that was pretty cool. And
Braxel says, Jarrod, did you belch up your lunch again? Metal God wants to know if you listened to Rat.
Yeah, I did. I listened to a lot of their stuff. I liked Invasion of Your Privacy. I think that was their best album with Lay It Down. And
I don't know how you store all this information.
I don't either. There's another song on there.
I couldn't tell you what my favorite No Doubt album is.
No, I like that. And then their one album I remember, and I think it was '86, Dancing Undercover. That took me a minute to get used to, but I was like, all right, I can deal with this too. That's some good stuff on it, you know.
Steve-O likes Soundgarden and STP, Stone Temple Pilots.
Yep. Yep.
Mike Nash, I agree. I never cared about others' opinions on Turbo. I was into it.
Yeah, Turbo was cool, man. I mean, you just had to kind of open your mind a little bit, but it was a different album, you know.
0311 says I'd take Atlantis over Cobain any day.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fat, but I'm skinny.
Snakebite says AC/DC Hell's Bells, one on the loudest concerts I've ever
Oh,
done.
yeah. I thought AC/DC was amazing live. They had a live double album, I think, back there.
Like them. I don't know.
Oh, AC/DC's awesome. I like their soundtrack they did to that one Maximum Overdrive, that movie. Oh, the songs. Sink the Pink. What a great song. Sink the Pink and Shake Your Foundations. I thought those are the best songs on there.
So many. Everybody loves this topic.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Good. Keep going.
Axel says the song I'm working on right now is a Way Cool Junior. That song kicks ass. with
Oh,
all those jazz
yeah.
chords.
I love that song. Let's see if I remember. All I remember is the beginning. Let me see if I can... did I shut off my...
I don't know.
Why am I not getting sound?
I don't know.
Oh, my battery's dying on my guitar. Something like that. They had that intro. I loved Way Cool Junior. That was such a cool song. And yeah, some of the Rat stuff was just amazing. Super underrated stuff, man. Warren DeMartini, easily one of the best shredders out there in the 80s. I mean, that guy was insane. He was so good. Excuse me. And the stretches from that he did on Lay It Down, dude, that's not easy to do, man. That's one song I've never tried to learn, but it's a little intimidating. You know, it's one of those songs that stretches in the weird way that he played. That was interesting stuff, man. And that was a big thing back then. It was almost like all the 80s shred guys tried to outstretch each other. You had Jakey Lee doing all that weird stuff on Bark at the Moon. Eddie was a huge stretch guy. And then, of course, Warren. And, of course, George Lynch, too. Some of the stuff he did, especially on songs like The Hunter, some weird patterns and stuff like that. Just great stuff. I mean, it's funny, like I talk to younger people all the time. Hey, what should I learn? I'm just like, learn the 80s stuff. I mean, that stuff will make a man out of you. I mean, learn Van Halen 1, learn some of the Dokken stuff, all that. I mean, there's just such underrated riffs on that. You don't, it's funny, like you listen to it, you think, oh, that's pretty cool, but then it's like, try to play it though. It's not easy. It really isn't. I mean, there's a lot of really hard songs to play from the 80s. I'm going to switch guitars.
Riffs and Reefer says Maiden dabbled with synth guitars.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that. I liked Somewhere in Time. I thought that was their best album. I listened to that tape until the freaking tape unraveled.
Thunderfoot Power says they use that guitar synth on the new Priest album.
Oh, really? The new Priest is insane.
CS
so good.
says Iron Maiden did the synth guitar in the Seventh Son album. It took a minute for me to warm up to it.
I liked that album. I liked The Evil That Men Do. Such a great song. Really, really cool song.
Flux says my band also plays songs by Bush, Stone Temple Pilots, Weezer, Hole, so we get some grunge in the set list. I'm playing it all through a Diesel VHX, so they're very metal now.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh, popular songs. If you're going to be playing out these days, that generation is who's in the bar right now.
That's who's in there.
Yeah.
I guess my generation is staying home on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Watching television.
Flux says British Steel is my Desert Island album.
Have you guys listened to Unleashed in the East? Excuse me. That is, I know it's going to be nice down here. Unleashed in the East is, whoa, that's a smelly one. That's a bad burp. Woo! Let me turn on the fan for a second. Wow.
I am not taking you there for your birthday.
From the depths of, oh, yikes. Anyways, seriously, my burps tonight will melt paint off the walls. Where were we? What were you talking about? What were we talking about? I'm trying to remember.
We hate grunge music.
No, I was on a tear about something. I can't remember what the hell I was saying.
I wasn't paying attention.
I can't remember now. Oh, well.
Yes. Remind us what he was talking about.
Please, remind me. I'll get back to it.
Jeez. Let's see. The Metal God. My favorite Priest song is Victim of Changes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the Unleashed in the East album. There's a few live albums that I think are amazing, and Unleashed in the East is definitely one of them. Victim of Changes, on that album, when he does that live, I'll play it for you when we're done. Dude, you'll be like, he did this live? He actually took those risks and hit those notes live? Yes, he did. And it was like stratospheric vocals. I mean, way the hell out there in the ozone, you know, and he did it.
David Cameron's How to Dial in Rectifier on Tone Master Pro. I'm struggling because I've never played a real one. Any tips?
I haven't dialed in the rectifier on this yet. I'll have to get back with you on that. Definitely boost it. Boost the shit out of it with some sort of boost pedal, and you might even want to crank the tone level all the way up on the boost pedal. But everything at noon, don't turn the gain past, or start with everything at noon. Don't turn the gain past 3 o'clock though, because it gets muddy. At least the real amp does. And then You don't want it to get too fizzy, so just nudge the presence and the treble up a little bit, and then take the bass down to where it's comfortable and thick and tight. And then the mids, put them to taste, and you should be good. But again, I haven't played the model. I don't even know how accurately it, is modeled against the original amp, so I don't know.
Ronnie K says, Channel 3. Yes, with gain boost and master volume on Powerhouse.
There you go. There you go.
Tony Krozik says, God is My Witness song on the new Judas Priest album is my favorite on it.
Oh, nice. I listened to several songs on there, and it literally took me back in time. I was shocked at how, like, retro, but also very good it sounded, you know. Best of both worlds. Retro writing with modern production, so it was really good.
50 said, Kurt used a Boss DS1 Mesa Studio preamp and a Crown Power amp.
Oh, wow. Boy, he kept it simple, didn't he?
Riffs and Reefer, it was Kip Winger that did the spinning around in the videos.
Good old Kip Winger, man. That guy's talented, though. He's writing music scores now for, like, movies and stuff. I mean, that guy's really talented.
The Metal God says, Reb Beach, underrated guitarist.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Chris Nash says, the guys in Winger were all top-notch studio musicians. Rod, the drummer, played with Steve Morrissey and the Dixie Dregs as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He's super good, man.
Flux says, I love Stone Temple Pilots, and I know Robert DeLeo, so I'm very partial to them. I've been playing and singing Big Empty for like 30 years. My band also does Naked Sunday.
Naked Sunday.
The Metal God, my favorite Rat album is Detonator, which came out in 1990.
Oh, wow. I have to revisit that one. That's been a while.
Axel also heading out to the highway by Priest.
Oh, yeah.
So many good songs.
Oh, there's so many, man. There's just so many good songs, you know. Devil's Child. I mean, there's just, gosh, man, so many freaking amazing songs.
Snakebite says one of his favorite bands is ZZ Top.
Yeah. Dude, that one album, they had 2 albums in the 80s that were just freaking awesome, you know, and Sharp Dressed Man, you know, just all that, just the whole thing, you know, with them was just amazing.
Joe Senapol says, Scene of the Crime, great song.
Scene of the Crime.
Riffs and Reefer, George Lynch.
Lynch, man, he's definitely one of the best.
Flux says, I defy anyone to get on the freeway in their car, put on Steeler, and try not to drive fast. I drove through Birmingham, UK, where Priest comes from, listening to Steeler.
That's a good one, man. It really is.
Steve-O says, Warren is killer. Still want to learn Lay It Down.
Oh, I know. Lay It Down is an amazing riff, man. That's one I want to learn for sure.
Jim Simmons, Jared, check out Lords of Black. Ronnie Romero is on vocals. I think you'd like it, man.
Oh, okay. I will check that out. Thank you.
There's so much.
Everybody loves this topic. It's awesome. Read a couple more and then I'll play a song.
Let's see. Doo-doo. Karen Boost. Kurt used the boost pedal with his Mesa. I'm no longer a fan.
He done did it.
Let's see. CS Poor Carrie. She's gun shy every time Jared faces her to talk.
It's the burps. Yeah, that Mexican food's amazing, but boy, you pay for it later. You really do.
Aw.
At least it's coming out of the polite end.
I've always found her. Oh, well, I'm looking. Wait, what? I've missed some comments here. The back is beautiful. Okay. Thank you for the comments. Let's see. Annabelle the Happy Carnivore. He's punching way above his weight with her. Oh. All right. Dean Harkness. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, Dean?
What's up, guys? I've been watching. My daughter wanted me to cook burgers, but put them in the freezer. Put them in the freezer? Good thing she's pretty. Braxel. Yeah, the 80s hard rock metal scene was what I was into living in Orange County. I was in the local clubs every weekend.
Hell yeah, man. Those are the good old days. Those are the days when we used to pack out clubs in the band I was in every weekend. Packed every single weekend. It was like freaking amazing. We had our own version of the Sunset Strip here, and it was awesome.
Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it. Brian, thank you. Finally, somebody mentions it. She's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. I feel like a piece of crap today too. I don't feel like I just did not try. I'm sorry. I didn't try today.
Yeah, she showed up. We went for a walk in the woods.
This is when I went for a walk in the woods.
Ate some Mexican food, and she's like, I guess I'm just gonna wear this tonight. I'm just tired and blah blah blah. So maybe you should be tired more often.
Right. Thank you. Very much. I appreciate it. This old girl needed it.
Yeah, and you deserve it too. So.
CS, poor Carrie. She's got. Oh yeah, I already read that one. Reefs and Reefer, Priest, Live, Scorpions, Worldwide Live. We're always playing.
Oh yeah, nice.
Danny,
Scorps.
thank you.
The Scorps were amazing, man. Still are. Yeah. Mattias, is that how you say it? Mattias Jabs, whatever. He's got a weird name, but I thought he was an amazing lead player. Freaking awesome. Real tasty.
The Metal God, Jarrod, thoughts on Dimebag Darrell's lean tone?
It's very unique. I didn't hate it. It didn't bother me. It was just very unique, and you know what? That's good. If he sounded like everybody else, then it would be a boring world. I think it's a pretty polarizing tone. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I'm kind of in the middle where it's not a tone I would go for, but I don't hate it either. I think it sounds good for him. Like some things just work better for other people's playing styles, and I think it suited him perfectly.
Well, it looks like we missed something. A bunch of people were booted, and
oh, really?
Dean's telling them to behave, and somebody says, "Boot them clowns." Well, thanks. If people are being inappropriate, thanks for
thank
saving.
you. Appreciate that.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's 8:30.
Thanks to our mods. All right, so let me do one song and.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second here. I gotta at least play one more. Hang on here, guys. boy, I can tell I haven't been practicing. Whoo, boy. Yeah, a little flubby there in a couple spots. Yeah, I got to get back on my routine. It's weird, like whenever I'm starting to work on a new song, that's the first thing I gravitate towards in the morning. I get my coffee, I sit down, and I'm like, I just want to skip everything and get to this. I'm just inspired, you know, and then I just neglect everything. You know, I spend like 2 hours writing, and I'm like, oh, well, I got to go to work, or I got to whatever now. I got to go to the gym, and then I just don't revisit those old songs until next thing I know, it's Sunday, and I'm like, oh, man, I got to play these songs, and what did I do again? And I got to, oops, forgot this, and it's not even forgetting, it's just getting that muscle memory back, you know. It's crazy.
Well.
Anywho.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time to eat.
It was fun tonight talking about all the old songs.
Oh, it was. That was fun, guys. Thanks so much for being, part of that. Really appreciate that. So, and I apologize. I haven't been doing much videos this week because I just
just took a break.
Yeah, I took a break. I just needed a break, and it's a lot of work, and I don't know. I just needed to recline from the table.
I support breaks.
Yeah, I do too. I need them every once in a while. But I got some stuff coming up. So I got some stuff coming in the mail. So I'll resume regular scheduled programming soon here. So in fact, I was supposed to have riffs and responses done, and I'm like, need a break. Those videos take forever to set up and forever to edit. They're so long, and it takes about hour to an hour and a half to shoot it, and then editing it all down it's just a lot. And for some reason this week I just needed a break. So anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it very much. Seriously, it made our night, man. It really did. So and thanks for putting up with my burps. She'll probably smack me around later for that.
Right.
Oh, you thought that was funny, huh? Anyways, guys, well, like I always say, every day is a gift.
And thanks for spending part of your gift with us. Have a great week and see you next Sunday.
God bless you guys. We will see